We already have a little bit of an update in the Chud the Builder, Alex Rosin kind of thing where he offered to do the bail money. It seems like Dalton Etherly, who is 28 years old, appeared in the Montgomery County Circuit Court on June 3rd for a bond hearing tied to the shooting outside the Montgomery County Courthouse in Clarksville. And Etherly, who's also known online as Chud the Builder, is charged with attempted murder, employing a firearm during the commission of a dangerous felony, aggravated assault, and reckless endangerment with a deadly weapon after shooting at a man outside of the Montgomery Courthouse and also having those bullets ricochet off and go at other people that were standing by. He endangered a lot of people. He really made a big mistake. And now people are trying to bail him out. Etherly's attorney, Jacob Findley, has been arguing his little freaking boots off, trying to lower the bond, citing that his close ties to the community and the fact that Chud hasn't been convicted of any criminal charges. And it seems like his father was also at the hearing and was available to testify and try to argue his case as well. However, Judge William Goodwin III, big man, is definitely a good citizen here, trying to make this difficult as possible for anybody, has ruled that Etherly's bond would remain at $1 million, and if Etherly does bond out, he will also be required to follow a 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. curfew, so he's not going to be able to do any funny lurking or anything like that. So I'm pretty sure with that time frame, it's basically saying that he's not allowed to go out during the time that society would be, because he's obviously a danger to other people. But this judge has been firmly holding this 1 million bond restriction in place for sure. But this isn't just about Chud the Builder. Alex Rosin, who you guys also know online for predator poachers, who actually took a stand during the hearing and presented the court with bank and Cash App records, talking about how he makes money off of live streaming and also claiming that he was a free speech advocate, stating also that he wanted to try to help bond Chud the Builder out of jail. He offered to put $100,000 towards Etherly's bond. However, Judge Goodman is not standing for that. He is keeping his walls up, and he's limited each bond company to $100,000, meaning that Etherly wouldn't be getting out unless he was able to get a bunch of bonding companies together to cover the full $1 million. Goodman also decided to address the proposed funding arrangement involving LA Bonding and a surety company, saying that he wasn't too sure whether or not the money was being transferred to support the bonding company's capacity, and those are part of the concerns as well that led him to keep the bonding restrictions in place. Goodman went a little extra step further and cockblocked Alex a little bit more, saying that he could not effectively act as a bonding company on his own, and he let him know that he wasn't going to let Alex into the bonding business. The judge also asked for the address that Etherly would report to if he actually was released, and Finley said that he wanted to help keep that information sealed, and claiming that Chud was about to be evicted due to the massive attention that was surrounding this whole case. The court also discussed trying to return Etherly's F-250 and personal property, and officials did say that they actually took a recorder that was in his truck as well, and they had extracted that for evidence, but that they would reinstall it. The state said also that there would be no further use for the truck, although they did find a travel itinerary and a bulletproof vest in the vehicle, which is still being held as evidence as well. Earlier in the same day of those things being discussed, though, Chud's attorney appeared in the Davidson County Court in a separate case tied to an alleged incident at Bob's Steak and Chop House in downtown Nashville. But in that incident, instead of pulling a gun on somebody, Chud was charged with theft for under $1,000, disorderly conduct, and resisting arrest. According to an arrest affidavit by the WSMV, Chud allegedly ordered nearly $400 worth of food and drinks before refusing to pay at all, and then being asked to stop live streaming and leave the restaurant. The Montgomery County case, on the other hand, stems from a May 13th confrontation involving a man named Joshua Fox outside of the courthouse, where authorities said both men have suffered gunshot wounds after the incident escalated into a gunfight, where shortly after Fox had been shot in the torso and the arm before having to be taken to the Vanderbilt University Medical Center for surgery. This whole thing is really starting to unravel into some weird turns, and I think that a lot of the people that are trying to bond him out, especially like the YouTubers like Alex, are gonna honestly be looked at in a different light after this. Not that Alex was looked at in that great of a light in the first place, but I feel like he was starting to look up a little bit, and then all of a sudden this happens, and now a whole section of videos that I've been kind of hooked on for a minute is just something I can't watch anymore. You know, I've got to cut him completely out. That creator's done. In my opinion, he's lost my viewership, and that's just how it is. But I just wanted to get on here and talk about it for a little bit and let you guys know some updates about the whole situation as it's going on. And if you guys want to check out my other videos that I've made on this situation or just on other things in general, you can. I'd really appreciate it. And I will catch you guys in the next one that I make.